This is the 8th iteration of these recaps. Welcome to the World Cup 2023 round of 32. No one is out yet because this is double elimination bracket. Let's start off with a cute collab of South Korea and Kazakhstan. I hope to see more smoke art during the tournament. However, regarding the match, the Koreans showed no mercy. Look at this clean double S by worst HR player.
Very solid performance, very dominant performance on some of these maps. Again, this round of 32 pool is quite difficult, and I think it's a pretty good reason for that, like obviously we've seen like upsets happen and things like that in the previous years where there's been teams that, are capable of playing on some of these like slightly easier maps, but this time around,
as expected by many, this was a clean sweep, but Kazakhstan will have a chance to prove themselves in the losers bracket. Similar clear-cut action was expected by the Polish team against Argentina, and they tried hard to get a point on DT2.
Argentina actually could have had the lead potentially, as Kasia drops quite a bit of accuracy at the end, but as we get into the ending, nope, that's not going to happen. And another 4-way FC, and it's a 3-way FC, and basically a full combo from BTG, but it's literally just those misses, and that made all the difference, the 300k difference.
Another sweep, and a casual double S by maliszewski. What's new? The United States landing on C3 shocked quite a few. The Americans shook it off easily and won 4 consecutive points. Lastberry tried to be the carry for Thailand, but the backing scores from the US were just a level above.
We've seen the United States 5-0 round of 32. I'm happy to see it. This is a team that made some controversial roster changes this year with the exclusion of Decatur from the roster, and I think was really needing this kind of mental boost to just be up 5-0 in this match and clear it out cleanly.
It was a convincing win for the US squad, but I can see Thailand getting at least one win in the losers bracket with these results. Russia versus the Netherlands was the third match in a time slot, and thus it was not streamed. In early stages, a one-man carry is unusual, but for Russia, a gamer aka Vaxei gapped the lobby on free mod 3. On the end time mod free mod 2, the Dutch team were able to get one back, just barely. Overall, this match was quite one-sided as well. The backing scores from Russia made a huge difference. Thanks Philippines for the Hyok collab, damn it. Ironically, the Mexican team were able to land a break point on the OSPH collab map No Mod 4.
Lead here as we get into the harder part of the map. We'll see if any of the combos drop here, but I think this is pretty solid for Mexico, especially with another Hyok dropping. Saint drops in response, but not really much to do, not much map left, and that is a solid break point from Mexico, all things considered.
Okay.
300k points.
The Filipino team broke right back on the Flow Amy free mod 1 with an impressive triple FC. Yep, I don't care about that slider break.
Hyok on the field though, they're still doing so well on this. I would really think they would put in Hyok for this. But they don't even need him.
This will get boring at some point. Anyone missing on the ending? Nope. Okay, never mind. I literally spoke that one into existence. That's my bad, Zoneways. But at the... Oh my god.
4 triple FCs were scored by Philippines who look quite scary. For me, the dark horse of this tournament. Germany landed on seed 6 despite reworking their roster quite a bit. The match against Spain kinda went like this No Mod 2 map.
Yes, it is. We're gonna call 2 FCs for Germany.
Oh, you did it. Why would you do it? Why would you do it?
Surely neither of them miss on the giant burst at the end.
No.
Thriller?
Unfortunately for the Spanish team, they got swept and dropped down to losers bracket. Keep an eye on Akarinya aka Tim Kakna. It hurts a bit to see Taiwan as seed number 26, but the tournament scene never rests. The team around star player mrekk tried to end the match as soon as possible.
For DT, but it's clearly not up to Australia's standards here. They were the number 1 on qualifier results for DT1 and about 2 or 3 for the other DTs. So it looks like we might just be seeing the exact same thing as in the previous map that these guys all played together. That being 3 FCs by mrekk, AKNZ in a secret box, and Dummy being the only break.
And after 3 triple FCs by Australia, Taiwan gets swept. It wasn't even close. And somehow I have the feeling that the Taiwanese roster will not make it far in this tournament. Hopefully I will be wrong. UK versus Turkey was a wild match with a lot of breakpoints. Exhibit A, no mod for attack, the very first pick. This match was also basically not streamed, sorry for screenshots only. The UK picked Hidden 2 as map 4 and it was crucial for the Turkish team to break back in order to keep themselves in this match. The streak of breakpoints continued to 3-all. It was a best of 3 essentially now and neither of the teams could not afford to lose their own picks, but the Turkish roster unfortunately did. After a solid win on Norma 3, the UK advanced. However, Turkey with this performance might have a long run in the losers bracket. Indonesia played well in qualifiers, landing on a high seed. Meanwhile, the Ukraine went confidently for their speed picks.
Doesn't really matter they're slated to it. I mean, it's still 3 FCs to 2. They've built up a massive 300k lead at this point and look to run away with their first point.
Yeah, it looks like Ukraine with a solid first pick is more consistent on the DT1. And honestly, at a certain point, this becomes more of a nerve control check than anything. and they win it.
After the Ukrainian roster picked off their first break point, they landed another triple FC on DT2.
I mean, actually, I think it's basically impossible, unless they all stop playing. Ukraine is going to take this.
Even if they stop playing at this point, I mean, we're right at the end of the map.
Yeah.
Only one FC on the side of Indonesia as well. Man, what is Ukraine doing?
Yeah, Ukraine is just going right now. They're going to be up 3-0 against the seed 9th in the round of 32, looking to cause quite an upset.
And they went on to sweep Indonesia. They slightly underperformed, yes, but Ukraine's huge consistency was impressive. They played like a top team. Chile looks like a powerhouse team again, but the match against Sweden was quite a close fight. I would assume that both teams probably didn't like to struggle that much to win their own picks on DT2 and Free Mode 1 respectively.
Score over, and intercamping and Matthew, the duo, the Chile duo they were looking for does prevail in the end. Matthew with stellar accuracy. As we kind of talked about before this map started, we're going to be looking for some absolutely crazy performances and accuracy from him in this tournament. Playing last year, this will be their first year in the tournament, really showing that they deserve to be here, making it through that final linear space stream, and I think we're looking at most likely a triple FC from Sweden here into the ending. What a team performance from them.
Seems to be the case, just a big stack to go, and nobody should have any problems with that. Okay, ReadCat is going to find the miss, as well as number 37. Sweden do still get the point, of course.
Consequently, maps 5 and 6 were actual break points. The match was neck and neck. No mod 1 followed, and Sweden could not give this break point away.
A little bit over 200,000 score left to his name here, and that is not nearly enough to make a difference on these combos, let alone with full breaks. So Chile has done it. They've gotten the break point. They maintain their status as the higher seeded team in this match, taking 2 break points now against Sweden.
The ReadCat Hidden 1 incident followed, and thus Chile moves on in the winners bracket. Imagine Canada versus Norway in round of 32, and yet here we are. After a quick 3-0 lead, the Canadian team decided to pick low AR Hidden against Norway. Canada, really?
Ending, but it's going to be enough for Norway into the slow ending. They have a 200k lead, which is going to be enough for them to take that elusive breakpoint against Canada.
Yeah, it gets them one of the 2 breakpoints back. I'm going to be honest here, I really don't know why Canada went with this pick after what just happened on DT2 when they still had both other DTs available to them that they could have picked.
This might have been the opening the Scandinavian roster needed. Everything looked like a second point for the team around the Oaks Pie.
Now Canada...
What's fortunate is that NCW has that big backing combo and there's just not very much time left, but it's 100,000 points and dropping. If Melbourne or NCW breaks in the ending here, it could be all over for Norway, but it's going to come down. I don't know if it's going to come down fast enough. It's at 80k, it's at 75, 70k. It's coming down, but I think that I think Canada's just going to run out of time here. Oh, and it's already back to NCW. Wait just a moment. It's 20k, 10k. It's going over, and it's going to be Canada taking the point.
After a near 4-way FC on double time 3, Canada wins and moves on. However, it was a bit closer than the scoreline suggests. Nonetheless, it was a well-deserved victory. Romania versus Singapore, what a banger in round of 32. The Asian team were the first to move with a pretty triple FC on Free Mod 1, landing the first break point.
Early on in this match and give themselves just a bit of a mental edge, as Romania will be on the back foot for at least the beginning of this match. Of course, they're going to look to take that break point right back on Singapore's next pick.
Yeah, Romania, obviously, you know, there will be plenty of opportunities left, but...
A few picks later, they fumbled a bit and Rolly from Romania took the chance for the equalizer and the reverse breakpoint.
No longer flies because Singapore has lost all of their big combos, and it's going to be a decisive point for Romania. Scores not quite as high as we were expecting, but there's the break point that Romania needed, and all of a sudden they are tied right back up with the pick, looking to bring themselves to a lead with their next pick for the first time in this match, and I think they're in a good spot to do so.
Both teams went on to win their own picks, bringing the Romanian team to match point. Singapore needed to force the tiebreaker on no mod 1. Would 2 FCs be enough?
We're going to find out shortly.
Yeah, it's got to be. It would have to be a full meltdown from Singapore, and it's just not looking too likely. It's a break from Dawnwing, but that doesn't matter. It's a tiebreaker.
We are getting our second tiebreaker of round of 32, Romania, Singapore.
The tiebreaker was a real nail-biter. Just enjoy.
Breaks left, right, and center at this ending as the difficulty spike hits. It's Demonical, though, on a 1600 combo. He's going to try to hold off a Eternum on his own, but it's a 616 combo from Rolly. It might be enough to bring this back over to the side of Romania. No supporting combo for Singapore at all. 14k and dropping slowly but surely into this ending, but will it be enough time? It's 9k, it's 8k, it's 7k, it's coming down thanks to Rolly's backing combo for Eternum. Demonical and Eternum dead even, but Rolly is going to make the difference, and it goes over, and that is going to be Romania taking the point.
F in the chat for Singapore, they fought really well, Emilia even getting the top score on the tiebreaker. In close matchups, it is key to pick and win the first most comfortable maps. Finland went for free mod 1 early, and Hong Kong went for the overmod Gambit. Did it pay off?
Maybe 30 seconds of map left, not even. Just a few streams to go.
Shadoo's breaks! Shadoo's is gone. You can see it, it's starting to slowly shrink in favor of Hong Kong, but I don't think there's enough time. Zepe, all you've got to do is hold on to the very end. Can you secure with an FC in the finger control section? You've got it! Shadoo's drops again, but that's not going to be enough.
Right after, it was showtime for 3 players from Hong Kong on Nomad 3.
In the client, I still think Hong Kong still take it. Maybe the base score that he set before the end of the map is still going to be taken into account here. Kanalu drops once again. There just simply cannot be any big combo here for Finland. It's just Amacetic trying to hold on, but it's not going to be enough. MCY4 and Shion perform a masterclass on this Alt Nomad 3.
The equalizer came immediately, the finishing dominating the double time 2 speed burst pick with a triple FC.
That Titan for Team Finland. Haven't been seeing him too much so far in this match, but now he is coming in on the DT2, holding that FC into the very ending, almost 99% AC, and Finland is putting in an absolutely astonishing team score on this. They are going to eclipse 4 million score at the end off the 3 very comfortable full combos from Zepe, Amacetic, and Freeze.
Hong Kong were like, we can do that ourselves. On the mainly aim-focused Nomad 1, they proved their triple FC skill.
21.
I think it has to be a triple miss. It has to be a triple miss because it's getting too far away now. It's 200k. MCY4, Tommy, and Shion all have to drop, and Amacetic and Alad all have to hold. It's looking really dire. Big 1-2 jump section doesn't trip up anybody, and Hong Kong are driving this through, keeping it as far from Finland's reach as possible.
And the match ended with the first breakpoint on Nomad 2 and a stellar performance by MCY4. Over 2 points on OS plus match score is insane. Italy versus New Zealand is a perfect example of playing to their own strength, and yet both teams were close to lose breakpoints to the other team on the free mod maps.
Yeah. But I mean, a really solid effort from Psyche. This map is no joke. Hard Rock just found the break early. I mean, this is an insane skill cap play from Psyche right now. Kurochi, I mean, what can you do? We were talking about what is Italy's plan picking this free mod 2, and I think the plan was this Kurochi score. That was the
And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's going up misses, but it's not the one that matters. It is going to swing over faster towards Italy, but I just don't think there's enough note density left in the map here.
I think we would have need to seen a chain miss from Psyche on the Hard Rock to lower his score, but he's not going to do it. Is he going to close out the FC in this ending? And he does. A monstrous score, Hard Rocking the free mod 1, getting a big FC.
The match went back and forth and the Italian team led 4-3, but New Zealand with its solid triple FC on DT1 were able to force the tiebreaker.
The 2 FCs for Italy, it is going to go over in the favor of New Zealand, a quarter of the map remaining, and they are going to run away with this one if they all hold on.
It is now. Oh, she breaks to the slider chick!
Oh my God!
Slider chick! That is tragic. That is so tragic. And that pretty much seals the deal. New Zealand, barring a catastrophe, is going to take their last pick, and I think we will see tiebreaker maps.
Oh man, the slow slider from Kurochi, over 4 mil from NZ, man. There it is.
And as so often in tiebreakers, it was one player who stood out. Over 2k combo and near 900k points brought the victory.
Seeing this TV, I think it's more than done. Ryuzaki did find a reset, which is going to stave things off a little bit, but unless Chihuahua misses right this second, yeah, I think that's done.
I think it's
he is done.
The clutch up from Chihuahua. I don't think this is an FC. I think this might be a reverse choke with a break early on in the map. But what a match there.
Shoutouts to Kirochi and Saiku for their outstanding match performance. France started off strong against Brazil, getting the first break point immediately on Nomad 4.
Missed break from France, but everybody getting through that section, hitting the customs. Koro does find a drop, but still the rest of France, Musty also breaks, but Mbappe and Fie are still holding on.
Yeah, they're going to battle over that MVP slot, but it's too little too late for Brazil. They're down over 700,000, and France starting strong with a break point.
The South American team wasn't impressed at all, getting the lead back and landing a second crucial break point on double time 2.
Statement here with Korea and Maliko, Zubs, and almost Defons.
I actually think that is an FC from Defons, just a low-ac FC, which is, you know, that's combo over ac.
Combo gamer.
The French roster seriously needed to get that break point back after going 2-4 down, all or nothing on DT1.
Put the final nail in the coffin, deliver the first seed upset of the World Cup. It is Zubs going in, delivering dubs for Brazil. With the rest of the squad in tow on a quad FC, another 4.5 million, make it 4.6 million for them.
France dropping down to losers bracket early. What is this curse, man? However, no disrespect to Brazil, of course, they played well. China versus Japan is match of the week. The slider aim 3-3 was a taste of how close this fight was going to be.
So Tichi's going to drop, not going to out Japan. Rakuma is trying to build something, but I think Japan might just be able to hold on to this. Very little time left. It's reducing, but is it enough? I'm not sure. It is. The drops. Angel Anzu drops though. I think they hold on to this.
Is that
Big
still time?
Spinner. No.
No. Towards the end, that's
spin.
it.
The whole match was neck and neck, but China landed a crucial break point on double time 3. Japan must win on free mod 1 to break back, and the modded players of Vavelion and Rollpan showed up.
Milk Tea's gone again, and Japan are gonna keep themselves in this game. Japan are not done yet. A triple FC. Invoker drops towards the very ending, but it doesn't matter. Rollpan and Vavelion.
And with that huge effort, the Japanese roster forced a tiebreaker on Hard Rock 1 with a double FC.
Down to Milk Tea. The juggernaut has been shut down. Japan with Tichi and Vavelion soaring like no other player in this match. Completely shredding on this Hard Rock 1, securing 1 million score, securing the map win for Japan, and securing a tiebreaker.
The match got the tiebreaker it deserved, and it is sad that one of these teams already has to go down to losers bracket.
It will be enough to stop Japan proceeding in this winners bracket.
Crystal, the all-time veteran, one of if not the most legendary players in China, completely nullifying the incoming threat of Vavelion, an equally legendary player from Japan.
Crystal's redemption arc after the Fear incident starts right here. The kinda bursty double time 2 was most picked. It was comfortable for the most participants. And shocker, the low AR hidden 1 was banned 12 times, and both maps also had the highest participation rate with 15 out of 16. In round of 16, 8 teams will be eliminated. Please check the wiki regularly for the schedule. Thank you for watching as always. See you in the next round. Until then, please enjoy game.